So, how important is electricity moving forward in the 21st century?
So much important. I mean, if any like city, country, and us in the world, we're getting like bigger, like more developed. Like if there is like any city like growing, surely it needs energy, and everything, almost everything in our daily lives has energy, and it needs energy to like to yeah like to work. So for me, like electricity will have a big role on the development of any country in this century, because we are looking like to like for other ways like to how we could create and how could we could like improve energy or took advantage of their energy in a very like green way. And yeah, that's the field that we like the most electrical engineers are developing and researching in it. Is yeah like how it can be created like the electricity in a very greener way for us, for our future in and for the future of the planet. So yeah, electricity is going to take always is going to take a big role on the development of the humankind.
Yeah, I feel like energy is electricity, energy. It's like so vital. I mean, everything, literally, like everything
Yeah,
that
sure.
people how they go about their lives is dependent on electricity.
Totally.
Can you use the terms energy and electricity the
Yeah, sure.
same or like
Yeah, sure. Actually, in Spanish, we don't usually say electricity, we say energy, but yeah, yes, you should. Yes, yes,
yeah?
you can use it without problem.
I mean, like yeah. I mean, all the technologies we're using, healthcare, like literally everything needs
Yeah,
energy, right?
just think of it like if there is like a massive like blackout like in any like a big city where there is some like for example, think of it like on the hospitals, the people
Yeah.
who needs like the energy, like the electricity for their machines working, for all the things. So yeah, it's a very like important part in our day life on style of living, because we are totally dependent and we need the electricity like in almost everything that we do. For example, yeah, our cell phones, our computer, the one that you're talking to me and the one I'm
Yeah.
talking to you. Yeah, so we are really dependent on the energy. That's yeah, that's right.
So we're not going to go we're not going to use less energy in the future. We're only going to keep using more and more. So it's really important for us to find cleaner, more renewable ways for energy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because for example, the Colombian like electricity, most of it like it like the 60% or like 70%, it comes from the hydropower plants, and the restraint like the other 30% is created by the thermal plants. With I told you that it uses coal and any fossil fuel like to work. And yeah, that's I mean like the objective of any country, like to start using like less fossil power plants and fossil fuel power plants, and use more like green, like hydropower, nuclear, solar. So yeah, that could be like yeah, the electricity demand is growing like every year, as you can say it. But yeah, we're researching, and surely we can find like a very like big sustainable way like to perform and create it, the electricity. And there is a lot of new ways that has been like researching and developing.
What do you feel is like shows the most promise in developing energy? Like what
Well,
method or way?
sure. Well, for me, I have a very big hope, and I am a very believer of the nuclear energy, but it's complicated because it can be like installed in every country. It has a lot of controversy right now, but nuclear power has a very green future. But there is a thing that is being like researched right now and is very popular, which is the hydrogen, and how you can like generate electricity from the hydrogen. So yeah, the hydrogen is like improving like the electricity uh, research develop, and maybe in the future we just could like be able to create like energy just with water and oxygen. So yeah,
Mm.
the hydrogen just looks like very promising for the future.
So hydrogen, that would be like, is that just like,
Well, I haven't like take a look very deeply on this field because like it's kind of the technology is so complicated. Has a lot of research, but yeah, it's like there is like a fusion cells which could like separate from the water and the oxygen, like the atoms, and with this fusion cell, you could you could perform like hydrolysis and charge some batteries, and with this battery you could have energy. But yeah, I'm not like totally confident talking with this because I haven't like done a very great research on this. So but yeah, hydrogen looks really good on the future, and I think that every country is like pushing like to for us to like to investigate this field of the electricity like generating.
what about then, like wind and solar?
Yeah, those are nice. I mean, wind and solar looks really nice, but unfortunately, like the efficient the if the efficient of like efficiency of every like solar plant or wind plant, it requires, for example, solar requires like a big, very big, like uh dimensions to create like a solar park, and also you have to be aware of the like the sun radiation that has appropriate levels for us to perform this construction. Same is the same like with the wind energy. With I think I find great, but it requires like some geographical features. For example, some like wind levels, uh, humidity levels. So yeah, it's nice. There are really nice alternative ways to generate energy, but they're they're not like totally like efficient talking compared to like the traditional ways to generate energy. For example, like yeah, the compare if we compare like an hydropower plant compared to a solar or wind farm, yeah, the hydropower plant has tons of efficient and could generate much more energy than
Interesting.
uh, a solar park or a wind power farm.
Interesting. What's the process for like hydrogen power? Is that like natural, like a dam? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking
Yeah,
like, yeah, okay.
yeah. So I mean, like for the how we can like generate electricity with the
Yeah.
hydropower dam. So yeah, you have like the dam, and there is like a big fall of water, and you have like some gates, and with these gates you could like open it to to let it flow the water, and with this you have like some tubes on it on the dam, and they have water on it, and with the fall the water comes with some form of energy, which is potential energy for the fall, and the water has too much energy on it, and on the end of the fall there is some like a big turbines, and the water literally moves these turbines with the force, with power that it has, the energy. So it pushes these turbines and it moves these turbines, and these turbines has a electrical generator attached on it. So it moves like the generator and it creates energy just with the movement of the fall of the water.
So like something like that is less reliant on nature in a way, or like like with wind and solar, you're dependent on the sun and you're also dependent on like how windy it is, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Because I mean, you have like the water like inside of a dam, and you can control the flow that could pass through these tubes and these turbines. But also you could have an hydropower plant without like hold the water, without like construct a dam, just with the flow of any river,
Okay.
which is another type of hydropower, but it's still the same with that use like the just the flow of the river, instead of like if you have like a dam and water like um contained on it. So yeah, you can control like the flow of the water if there is like uh much like a big electricity demand, you can control like the flow of the water, and this can control the flow of the energy, instead like compared to the solar or the wind, that is something that you can control. And
Nice.
it could be sunny like any day, or it could be like cloudy any day.
Yeah.
But yeah,